I was sitting here thinking, I was like, what would I do if I was forced to spend the night out here? Because I was actually packed for the National Forest. So I have a tarp. I don't have a sleeping pad. But I got a bunch of grass, even though it's wet. And I've got a BK7, so I could cut down all the grass. Firewood really wouldn't be an issue. So I've got firewood. Well, it rained, but actually I'm looking at a tree right over there that's all dead, so just cut the whole damn thing down. And being underneath this power line pole, I've got a great place to set up a tarp shelter. So I've got tent stakes. What would I do? Greens one and all, how's everyone doing? I hope well. So I'm out doing a day hike today, and I was gonna go out in National Forest, but plans change, so I just adjusted my plans. And I thought I had actually a comment I had made on another video, which I was just filming because I was filming my hike. I was like, what if I was unable to get home and I was forced to spend the night out here? So that was kind of the question, and it got me thinking about my pack loadout. Well, what have I got in here to help myself out? So I got one of those zipper bags for my cell phone. What else is in here? Oh, I got a garbage bag. This is always handy to have a plastic garbage bag. Maybe I should move the camera down so you guys have a better view. And it's also awkward angle trying to open this up and take stuff out. So hope you guys can see this okay. So first of all, I have gloves, keep my hands safe. Of course, they're wet now because of I cut up a maple tree that was blocking the trail. And let's see what we got. So on the top here, I've got 4 of these ABS plastic tent stakes. So getting a tarp down would be good. I've got another plastic bag. I got some toilet paper. It's just a day hike, so I figured, better to have it and not need it. More black. So I'm good on a knife. What's up here? Oh, I got my fire kit. So we got these zip fire starters, 2 lighters, and a ferro rod. Just a simple carry. So not an extensive fire kit. Not that I needed it. I got a folding saw so I can cut firewood. I have a stove and a butane adapter because I brought butane, so I've got the ability to boil water and cook. On this side, I've got a plastic Nalgene bottle, so I have a place to store water. So water's covered. Okay, so I moved the camera just so you guys can get a better view again. Now I brought my big cook pot, bandana. This is just paracord and a Hidden Woodsman, or paracord and some other cordage in a Hidden Woodsman bag. Also, because it's bright orange, I could hang it up and use it as a signaling device, so multi-purpose. Measuring cup for this. I was gonna make soup today, so I got this big enamel pot, which would boil me water all day. I got my trauma kit. I would pretty much always carry this. It's just, it doesn't weigh hardly much. So I've got some blood stopping in there. My outdoor Country River Products poncho. So I got rain gear. and you can hang it up as a shelter. I've got my Sawyer squeeze, so now I can boil water and filter water, so I'm good for water. I'll get to this in a second. This is a grill I actually recently did a video on, because I thought I was going to be doing, which I still may do, I'll have to see, but I could, grill, boil, put it over the fire. Get a 5x7 tarp, so shelter. And then I've got a hatchet, one for pounding tent stakes, but also I could process firewood. Nice pounding tool. I got my BK7, pretty blade heavy today, but I thought I was going to be going to the forest, so I decided to bring it. And then I've got another water container, so I have yet another container for hydration, and I can still purify my water should the filter not work. So I've got plenty of ways to boil, plenty of ways to handle water. Did I miss something in here? This feels like really heavy. The bag, waterproof my phone. Something else in here? Maybe not. What else I got in here? Oh, I got the 3 mil bag liner, drum liner, and then I've got the Yoler windscreen. That's where all that weight came from. Oh, and I have another tripod. I forgot this was in there. I was looking for that. I think that's it. There was one more thing. This top pocket here, I absolutely just stuffed full of cordage to its limits. So that was also in there. That's where that little extra weight came from. And that's it. I realized I hadn't gone over this bag yet, so I'll do that right now. This is the waterproof bag. I got spare batteries for the camera, kind of important. I've got a bowl. I brought it because I was going to make soup and I could eat it out of the bowl. Kind of a comfort item. Hidden Wisdom signal panel. Another couple more bags, because they really don't weigh much and they're good for carrying stuff in storage. Uko spork. Then I've got a little food in here. I was going to do some lunch today. I've got some of this, I guess, teaser or spoiler for an upcoming video, but I got this shelf-stable, ready-to-eat rice and tasty Thai thyme and herb. I was going to mix that. I got a little bit of seasoning. And then I've got some, I bought this at the Puyallup Fair the other day. It's gator jerky. So I still might do a video on this today. We'll see. But at least I had a way to make a big bowl of soup, which I could eat on throughout the day. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Something floating around now. Oh yeah, and then I got a couple of bouillon cubes floating around in the bottom. So I had a way to make a big bowl of soup, since I'm not really a hunter, nor am I I don't have a fishing kit with me, although I do have a micro one, which I could have tossed in here, but I didn't know this lake was here when I came to this hike. This is why I brought food. So, I got cutting tool, knife, cutting tool, cordage, cover, container. I don't have a compass. What are the other C's? I don't have a needle. Oh no, wait. I said I don't have a canvas sail needle, but I actually do have one right here. So I got one taped to the back of my Mora with an additional ferro rod. So I got that. I have a way to. I have plenty of things in here to keep stuff in bags, cutting tools, and whatnot. All right, so let's talk about one thing, and that's comfort items. So for those who are going to say, well, you don't need a chair. No, but I figure if I'm at camp, I can use the chair. If I had to move on, guess what? I can ditch the chair. The windscreen, is it needed? No. I would leave that behind. Ditch that. The cordage I would definitely keep. The gloves I would keep. Oh, I forgot to go over this bag. I've actually shown this bag several times, but I got some sunblock, which I would dump. I got a wild mixed berry energy gel from an MRE. I would keep that because it's a food item. I've got hot chocolate, which I would use. I've got some toilet paper, gum. I've done all those stuff before. Drink mix, which I would keep and just use because it's a food and food item. I've got a headlamp, which I would definitely keep. I can see at night. Another way to make fire, cotton balls, and a back hook of matches. That would definitely keep. You know, I don't know why, but I brought the fuel for the thermocell, but I have no thermocell in here. I've got another hot chocolate. I got these drink mixes and a spare SD card. And then batteries for the headlamp are floating around in here. And I also have a whistle. So whistle I would keep so I could signal let someone know I was there. So this whole bag I would keep. Now I might ditch the bag for weight, but I'd probably just keep it and keep everything in there. The food stuff would stay for sure. Toilet paper is probably not that big a deal because you could just ditch it as you use it. So it's not really a big deal. It's kind of a consumable. Wind's picking up. Alright. Let's see. The bags, kind of a judgment call because they're not heavy at all. And I can use them for other things, and you can cut these up and make cordage. So bags would probably be a maybe item. The extra grill, yeah, I don't need this. I would just ditch it. I would just get rid of the grill. I would just leave it wherever my camp was, so that would go. Measuring cup would go. Don't need it. Brought it for enjoyment, but don't need it. Cell phone bag I'd probably keep because it doesn't weigh hardly anything. That's a stay. Fire kit definitely would stay. Bag would stay because I could fill it. I might shoot some quick footage after this, but everywhere around me there's green, there's grass, there's ferns, there's sticker bushes mixed in, but I would just start filling this with all kinds of material that I could find, and I would just take the bag with me in my BK7, which would also stay, and just start cutting down every piece of green and just fill this bag and sleep on it. So that would stay. Toilet paper, you're probably saying throw, but I'd probably keep that in a maybe pile. Food would stay because it's just going to get consumed. The spork would stay because it's titanium anyway, so it doesn't weigh much. The pot would definitely stay. Bandana would stay. The butane stove, I don't know about. That's a maybe. Ultimately, I'd probably end up ditching it. The bowl I can ditch. Saw would stay, processing firewood. The bag I would definitely keep because it has cordage and it's bright yellow, bright orange for signaling. I can make tent stakes, but these don't weigh much, and I can save the calories by just using them. Those would stay. Tripod I would ditch. BK. More black I would keep. The camera and the battery and the tripod would all get ditched. I wouldn't be, my life would be more important than videos. Sorry. Hidden Woodsman signal panel, high contrast item along with this, those definitely would stay. The bag might be a maybe. The water container would definitely keep because it would be filled up with water. And I didn't pull this out, but I've done it on previous videos, but I've actually got a collection bag in here plus a carrying bag, so I've plenty of ways to collect water. Ranger band I'd probably keep because it doesn't weigh anything. So way to collect water and a way to store water. Water is very important. So that would be a keep. The trauma pack I would keep because it's first aid. Poncho I would keep because it's rain gear. The tarp I would definitely keep because it would be my shelter. And this might be disagreed, but the axe I would get rid of. It would be tough to get rid of it, but because it's a it's because of the weight and the fact that I've already got a saw, but that's kind of a debater. So, food, drop the bouillon cube, bandana, tent stakes, saw, cutting tools, bag, water container. I'm just going to shove these in here so they don't get blown away by the wind. You know what, actually, because this bag is waterproof, I could use this to store a whole bunch of water so the bag would stay. Fire kit. The gloves I would keep because they don't weigh much anyway, and you know, it's better to keep your hands safe than risk getting injury. So gloves would stay. They don't weigh much anyway. Spork would stay. Although you can carve a spoon, but you also have now to spend the energy carving a spoon, when I could just save all my energy and just keep it, and it weighs like literally ounces. Cook pot would definitely stay. This would stay, and I would just consume the items in it. So, getting grass all over the place. Get rid of all this. Okay, so we got our ditch pile here of everything that would get tossed. Chair's not over here because I'm going to go sit on it here in a minute. And then maybe wondering, well, you know, if you're going to just ditch it all anyway, why bring it in the first place? Well, you know, the answer to that is, you know, I'm feeling okay right now. I'm not hurt. I'm not, you know, I'm not in peril. I'm not in a situation where I'm going to be stuck. So why not bring comfort items? I mean, there's no reason not to bring comfort items if I'm well enough to carry it all. But if push came to shove, this is the stuff I would ditch. The stove, the butane. Most likely I would take the stove and butane and take these items to camp. But if I had to move on, I would leave these things at camp. Alright, so the camera will cooperate. Backpack, of course, would stay. The rest of the stuff is everything that would I would keep. The tarp, definitely. The cook pot, definitely. Although I do have a lot of redundant ways to boil water and store water. The food I would keep because it would be consumed anyway. Tent stakes would be worth saving the calories to have. Cordage is never bad to have. And I'm missing some of the essentials, some of the C's. Like I don't have a compass, but I know where I am for here, and I usually not. Plus, I don't know how to navigate with compass anyway. So, you know, if you have tools you don't know how to use, what's the point in bringing them? Although a little pocket compass would be okay, but I've heard people don't trust those. So, the two signaling items, you know, I could probably ditch the panel, the Hidden Woodsman panel, but you know, like I said, I would use it as a signaling device and hang it up so people could see it and go, hey, what's that? And come in and they find me and boom, I'm saved. Or they slit my throat and take my gear. Anyway, yeah, so no sleeping bag would suck, like I said, but I could cover the ground with the sheet, fill it up with debris, which I didn't actually show you yet, so I will go do that now. Okay, so this is all the stuff I was talking about. And I got all these ferns here, some of this grass here. So grab up the grass, grab up the ferns, probably just pull the leaves off and gather all these up. And then all around me is materials. So I got, if I can turn the camera down, see there, it's all in this little surrounding area. I got a couple of maple trees, but the leaves are up kind of high. I could bring the limb down, but then it's green wood and it wouldn't be able to get burned. I'm kind of on a hill, so you have to bear with me. We got all this grass here. You know, like I said, use the blade or even the saw, cut the grass off, fill that garbage bag, and use it as a mattress. One, it protects me from the ground, but two, it keeps the moisture off, and because I filled it full of stuff, it would keep me warm. Well, it would keep me comfortable. I don't know about warm, but so I thought I would point out real fast, right here on the trail head, I've got a cherry birch tree, which I could utilize for firewood. And then I have all these leaves. I would, just cut the limb down and grab as many leaves as I could. Fill up. Looks like they do a little maintenance on the trail. Probably cutting stuff down as they go. So grab all that up. There's a fir tree right here, but you kind of have to bushwhack into it, and that would be a pain. So as you can see here, there are plenty of leaves. I can just pull it down, pick all the leaves, cut them up. There's a fern right in there I could grab. I hate cutting down green, but if I have to get through the night, I'll do what I have to. So yeah, just some thoughts. I'm sure some of you would have said I'd have kept this, I'd have kept that, and that's all well and good. I'm no expert on this. I'm just, it's almost sort of a theorizing what I would do. I mean, I was actually thinking about doing some kind of an overnighter like this sometime down the road, but I was thinking about doing it this last summer, but I've been working a lot, making the money, and unfortunately, you gotta earn a living. So kind of curious what you think in the comments, or if you want to do a VR. I'm sure some of you would have ditched some items, and that's fine. I mean, we all have our own areas of what we could keep and not keep, so yeah, that's fine. I mean, we all have our own ways of doing things, so yeah. Like I said, some of the things were consumable, so I think I've got most of my bases covered. I sure wouldn't be, yeah, suck night, that's for sure. It wouldn't be a comfortable night. Without a sleeping bag, you're gonna be cold, so I would have to have enough firewood to last through the night. Even though I'd be laying on a bag full of material, which would be nice, but so yeah. And anyway, I want to add too. This is not I didn't plan this video at all. It was just a comment that I made while I was doing something else, and kind of got my noodle thinking. It's like, I wonder. So, all right, let's see what time it is. I'm gonna debate what I'm gonna do after this, and then have a great day, everyone. It's already noon, so it is lunchtime.